too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Ready, ready. Cut, cut.
Young quickly to the flat. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now. These two teams, they met in Charlotte earlier in the year with the Panthers coming out on top. So they'll be looking for the win here in New Orleans to complete the season sweep. Here's 2nd and 10.
60 red. Throw, 52. Six. Red. Cut.
Young now. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. This defense for the Saints, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion.
Carolina. Red.
On 1st down, this is 4th down. Touchdown, Carolina! A great play there with his 14th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Panthers will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. The extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Saints nothing.
Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Still going past the 30. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Saints. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much, don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best, and don't worry about the rest of it.
Here we go. Here we go.
Out of the gun, 4th down. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special runs in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
Ready, blue striker. 45, white. Ready.
Now Young. He finds his man, complete. That's done. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints 33. A good pickup there of 22.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 down at the 33.
33, yellow. Ready.
Looking to throw, Young. Dumps it off to Forsett. Touchdown, Carolina. A great effort there. With touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And the Panthers have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7.
14, Saints 7. Ryan Fitzgerald.
Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. You look at this Carolina defense, and they find themselves just outside the top 10 in the league against the pass, currently bringing up the number 11 spot.
And while teams don't like to talk about it, they're pretty proud of their rankings. But this ranking is going to be put to the test today because they're going up against a top 5 passing offense in this one.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early in offense.
Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
At their own 29-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3 because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. A quick throw by Young, caught out wide. So the completion good for just 3. And that will bring up 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Young to throw it. Now he breaks free in the middle of the field. And all the way down to the 5. 39 yards there, a big one.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time.
60 red. 60 red.
From the shotgun, it's Young. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me an option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. shotgun and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And I do believe this is going to line up a safety. It is. It's a safety. How about that for a wacky play?
Partner, I know I'm supposed to really describe what happened there. I'm counting on you for this one. That was one weird play.
Well, what I was going to ask you, in these situations, shouldn't these guys just dive on the football around the goal line rather than try to make a heroic return?
That's what they're taught, but sometimes in the heat of battle, sometimes that heroic stuff comes to the front when you really don't need it.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time, fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, we're going to put some points up and have a little momentum going. They've got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go,
short-term memory,
and move on to the next series.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10.
45, right. Ready.
They'll drop to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Ready?
Young working out of the gun. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And a nice milestone reached on that last throw as here late in the season, he goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
Underneath, he hits for send. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45.
Panthers first down. A gain of 11 on the play.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Panther football to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Ready, ready.
They run up the middle now to force down. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
At the Saints' 46-yard line.
Set, ready. 52 blue. Blue striker. Cut, cut.
Young. Now a run. Young loses it. And this is picked up by the Saints. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one. But now playing here on Thursday night, do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you've got that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Good yardage there on the scramble, and all of a sudden they're left with a 3rd and 2, much more manageable. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on first down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off, not only did he get some yardage back, He got a little bit extra.
Let's
Really
go.
helps him on third down. Makes it manageable
60
now.
red. Slice blue. Set.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he is caught. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. The Saints at 8-6 now on the year. And they've been playing their best football of the year. Winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Ready, ready. 10 seconds. Ready.
They'll set up a throw. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. And these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Ready.
Back to throw. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by DJ Reed. And the Panthers will take over possession here up at the 44. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Nice chunk of yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You can go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
Now a 2nd and 6.
Here we go. Set.
Again they run, again it's first down. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
3rd and 5.
Down. 33. Yellow. Drill green. Ready?
To throw, Young. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had the defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. There's the Panthers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. This is taken around the 12. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Come on, set.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
From the 22 now, here's 2nd down and a yard.
Ready. Yellow. 43. Ready.
Looking to throw. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. He'll drop to throw. And it'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 10 yards, good for his Saints, first down.
Another Saints first down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Now back to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Saints are back within a score. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the lead is down to 2.
Saints 14.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
They're on the 35-yard line.
Ready, ready. Shot, 17. Striker.
They start on the ground with Forsyth. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
2nd and 10.
52 plus. Ready. Blue, 32. Ready.
Young to throw it. Looking middle, and that's complete. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8.
Ready, ready. 60 red. 60 red. Hunt.
Young. And this is going to be incomplete.
I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
Fielding just inside the 20. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10.
Okay, ready?
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the 2nd half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Oh, he put on the carpet, a fumble.
And this ball recovered by the offense, but remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble.
Ready.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Pressure comes in, he's brought down, it's a Panther sack. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 1st half. Sacks, a growing theme in this 1st half. This is 2nd and long.
Ready.
Back to throw here. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Tough spot here. Third down and 11.
50, green, check, smash. Check,
They'll look to throw here. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on fourth down to punt this thing. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10.
ready.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation, either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it. We've already seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is, because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep two hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the 3rd quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the 3rd quarter.
Wide open receiver complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
43 right. Come on, 1st down. Yellow. Hey, full field.
They go play action here on 1st down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
Let's go. Ready?
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A great play there. 46 yards. And the Saints have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead is up to 5. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, but as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent is still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Young will set to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's done. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 70th catch for him on the year, and like so many others, this goes for a 1st down.
Here we go, set.
Up the gut for Sad. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 95 yards rushing for him in this one as he starts to draw nearer to a 1,500-yard campaign. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. They stay on the ground. Force out again. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
10 black. Ready.
Now Young. And he's got his man on the out route. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to lead the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
Here is Young. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Just too much air on the ball, and that's a missed opportunity in a game where you don't have many opportunities left.
So they'll say no to the 50-yard field goal try. Instead, the offense out there, they're going for it. Now here's Young. He's got his target. That's complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th.
And that's a big pickup of a 1st down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here.
Blue 32.
Young off the play fake. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. From 13 yards out. And the Panthers have retaken a 3rd quarter lead. So a very strong first drive in the second half, Charles, as they've turned that halftime deficit into a 3rd quarter lead.
And they were pretty purposeful there, weren't they? Measured in their approach. But, boy, they executed awfully well, moving the ball down the field.
And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away.
And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. The last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch, I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Panthers are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Ready.
Off the play fake, Young. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
And those two just have been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Here we go, set. Cluster, 6. Me.
Young now from the 50. Over the middle, it's complete. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Ready.
Now Hall to start the drive. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now here live in New Orleans. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the 4th.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez, standing right on his own 5-yard line. Now it's Horn. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Panthers will take over in terrific field position. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
The pitch comes to Forsett. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That 2nd down play nets a -4. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Young now. Completes this one to Pickens. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the 1st down. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming.
A 55-yard attempt.
And it's off the left upright. Oh, my goodness. Heartache. It's no good. And this is going to remain a 1-point game. So points so crucial in a tight game like this, but this kick off the goalpost, and that'll keep the score right where it is.
Yeah, it wouldn't have made this a 2-score game, but any cushion this late definitely would have helped. Now they need to ask their defense for another stop, and that's going to require some work.
And he's got room. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Come on, set. Yellow, ready?
Back to throw now on 1st down. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up, and nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he takes it into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery and a touchdown for the Panthers. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room, where they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
So a big play coming for the Panthers. They'll go for 2.
The Panthers will line up for the 2-point conversion.
And Young's going to throw for this. And he will get into the end zone. It's 2 points and also a 2-score advantage as the lead swells to 9. So they try to make it a 2-score game with a conversion. It pays off.
And they've looked at the situation, figured it out well. A 2-score game in this situation, they've got to feel much better about where they are.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And even with the missed field goal that we just saw, they still have to try and erase a 2-score 4th-quarter deficit. That'll go for a gain of 7. And it's 2nd down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a 1-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. 2nd and 3. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49.
At the 49-yard line.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver trying to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
They'll look to throw here on first down. That is incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Ready up.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
Ready. 10 black. Hut.
They'll look to throw again. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. And the Panthers are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
First and 10 at their own 49-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. And he's got this down to the 35. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
Good for the Panthers. First down.
Set. Ready.
A gain of 16 yards.
10 seconds.
First down.
Now Young. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. George Pickens, 35 yards. And the Panthers are closing in on a third straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter. Well, Bryce and that Panthers offense, they're going to stay out there and go for two.
Let's
The
go.
Panthers will line
They'll
up
try
for
and
the
throw for it. It's complete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of two-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wondered maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
Got it.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And they'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13. What a throw right there for the first down. He has taken some real punishment in this game, but still standing in the pocket completing that one.
He's a flat-out warrior. There's no question about that. How about him stepping up into the teeth of the rush and delivering there for that big strike and that big pickup?
Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Good yardage on the completion there, and when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score, because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Here we go. Set. Ready.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. It'll go as a loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up third down. Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering, because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
Here we go. Ready.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got it once again. Nick Scorton in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
Ready up.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. A real chance for them to salt this game away after that turnover on downs, holding a 2-score lead in the 4th quarter. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Good push from the offensive line, and they've done well so far to build this lead. Now they've got to get things to the finish line, and that's a solid pickup there to begin the drive.
2nd and 6.
Here we go. 10 black.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Second down and 6 now.
Down. Hut, hut.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Panther first down. This defense, Charles, they have unraveled here in the 4th.
In a sense, it's like they're being pressed like in a basketball game, and they just can't get the ball over half court. I mean, no matter what they do, they can't get off the field. They can't slow them down. They're just going up and down the field against them. Yeah, unraveling would be a perfect word for them.
And boy, the strength on display there as he rumbles through tacklers for a gain of about 8.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
And they'll indeed take a knee. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Panthers, it's a critical win for them as it gets them to 9-6 on the year. And now they'll have a few extra days before they face the Rams next week. Meanwhile, for the Saints, their playoff hopes take a big hit as they fall to 8-7. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Seahawks in Seattle. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin.